What's up, guys? If you're new to this channel, my name is Josh Macklin. Today I am going to be redesigning my gear closet. Well, not redesigning, but designing for the first time a solution for my gear closet that's going to be budget friendly. So if you guys are interested in building a gear closet or maybe finding a new way to organize your gear that's not going to break the bank, stick around. So we're going to be using these furring strips right here. Not these, we got to go to Home Depot to get some more. It's like a 1x2 inch wooden strip, and we're going to be using these for the dividers and just kind of to like frame out the shelf. We're going to be using this compressed plywood. He just had this laying around, like this extra piece right here from something else that he was building. But if you don't have any plywood laying around, you can probably pick up these.
You can pick up a sheet of that for like 18 to 19 bucks. Some of them run like 23 bucks. 23 to like almost 30 bucks. But that's SurePly. That's what it's called. It's called SurePly.
SurePly. And I'm sure, guys, like if you don't want to spend 18 to 20 bucks on that, you could probably just get like a actual shelf from Home Depot, like an MDF shelf or something like that. All right, guys. So I had to make a quick pit stop. TJ already ate breakfast. He was eating this like succulent looking French toast in front of me. He didn't really offer me anything to eat, so I stopped by Wawa. He told me about these new waffle sandwich, so I'm about to see what this is talking about.
It's a waffle sizzler. It's a sizzler.
A waffle? It's a sizzly. You putting the ER. People love to put ERs on the end of stuff. And S's. Yeah. Wawas.
Wawas.
Sizzlers. Okay, first impressions, the waffle is kind of burnt. I'm hoping that's maple syrup.
Hey, that's for crispiness right there. You don't want a you know what I'm saying?
Oh, what? I don't want a what?
You don't want a half-cooked like waffle. You want it to be crispy. You know what I'm saying? You want to have some crunch to it.
All right. The first feel of it is it doesn't have any crispiness to it whatsoever. It does smell pretty good. Sit y'all up here. So I'm about to get into this joint. I feel like I'm that dude that reviewing McDonald's stuff.
Damn. That bacon is so serious, boy.
All right, let's see what it's talking about. First bite.
Crack.
It's actually not bad.
It's good, ain't it? But you need a little bit of syrup, man.
Yeah.
You need.
Yeah. It's definitely got syrup in the waffle.
That's definitely it right there. Ooh, and then that turkey back in.
Turkey sausage.
Oh yeah, you're right. Turkey sausage is bad.
I have to see.
So good.
That's what it look like.
That cheese. That thing sizzling too.
All right, so TJ just gave me a quick tip. We are here at the framing strips now. These are $1.28 a piece, and we're just getting 3 of them. But he was telling me, like, as you guys can see, these are like super curved and warped. But if you head towards the back, you got some nice straight stuff going on right here that we're about to grab. So right now what he's doing is illegal, but we kind of do what we want here.
Totally legal. Totally legal.
We do what we want here in Lowe's, so we're about to open this up and get these nice straight pieces. All right, guys, so now we just finished picking up the materials. It only cost us around $4. We're about to head now to Walmart to pick up the rest of the stuff. Basically what I'm gonna be doing is using these as dividers, and I'm gonna get some like felt material, hopefully from Walmart, and some spray adhesive, and use that to kind of like cover everything up and make it look nice. All right, guys, so we just made it to Walmart. We picked up the fabric. It took us a little second to find it, but we found it. It's this nice felt material fabric, and we have to get it cut now. We had a hard time finding it. I think we're gonna have a harder time finding someone to cut it in Walmart, but we'll see. This is $3.70 a roll. And I am going to get probably, I mean, not a roll, a yard. And I'm probably gonna get 2 yards of this. I think that's gonna work out. So yeah, you don't have to do this. There's plenty of other options. It's really whatever you wanna cover your shelf in. You can use like We saw some foam mats over there for like 30-something cents a piece. You could use that. I just want to use this felt. So if you want to follow along with me, you can get this felt from Walmart. I don't know the exact name of it.
To be honest with you, I feel like this is better.
It's Eco-Fi Classic Felt right here at Walmart.
Just need somebody to help us out, that's all.
Yeah. That usually will get somebody. Alright guys, so we just made it back to the house. We have everything unloaded now. We're getting ready to start building. We spent probably around $14. Actually, I got the receipt right here. We spent $14.12 at Walmart. That was for the fabric and the adhesive spray. If you already have some of that, then you save a little bit there. So yeah, that puts us around 20 bucks. That's right in budget with what I was trying to spend on this project. And we're about to get started right now on building it. Sponsored by Ryobi.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them.
This impact drill right here?
The True. Yeah. We are about to start laying out these things. I'm gonna walk you guys through it, so don't you worry. This will be tailor-made to my equipment needs specifically, but I definitely want you guys to just kind of use this as a format and a template to pretty much what you guys could potentially do for your gear closet. So what we're doing right now is laying out the template that I made earlier in my closet. Basically lining it up exactly so that we know how long this actual shelf needs to be. Alright guys, so what I'm doing now, we just marked out the length of my shelf. I'm just taking a speed square to mark the line where we're going to be cutting. We're going to use a circular saw over there to cut the line and basically get started with framing up this shelf. Alright, so now we got this cut to size. Now we're about to start framing up the divider portions. If you guys don't have these tools, don't worry about it. You can also just like cut it with like a simple handsaw or something like that. We can make the cuts just as good, if not better. Alright guys, so we decided to bring out the miter saw. I just marked up the length that I'm gonna cut it at right here, and it's gonna be the exact same length as my shelf. This is gonna be like the front piece that kind of, you know, separates the shelf and kind of makes it so that you can actually sit stuff down inside of it, and it has like its own actual compartments. Perfect. Alright, so we just got the perimeter finished. Now we're about to start designing the inside partitions on the shelf itself, and I think what I'm gonna do now is bring out some camera equipment so that I can kind of have some pieces in place for placeholders to kind of design exactly the layout of how I want the shelf to be. Alright guys, so I got a DSLR out now, and I just kind of like framed it up a little bit, just like a mock layout of how I wanted it to go. I'm going to do 3 of these partitions. My intentions is basically to be able to take like, you know, 2.5 cameras and stack them in each partition. And I'm about to go ahead and lay those out and mark them and cut them and all that stuff now. Alright, so what I did guys, I set up a stop block. Basically, because I'm making a lot of repeat cuts, this is just one sure way to make sure that all of my perpendicular pieces, is that the right word? Perpendicular?
Yeah.
Perpendicular. To make sure all of my divider pieces are the exact same length. I'm about to cut 3 more of those. So I just got all the partitions laid out. Now we're about to glue and nail these together, but we're not going to nail it to the actual shelf bottom just yet. We're going to get the whole frame constructed first and then flip it over and nail it from the back side. So as you guys can see, we're using a speed square just to make sure everything is nice and square, because if one is off, all the rest of them will probably end up being off. Not really, but kind of. So yeah, we want to make sure all of our angles are nice and square, because once we put this in the closet, it's going to be a pretty snug fit. So being square, perfect 90-degree angle is going to be super important using this nail gun right here. And Yeah, some short nails. You can't really see. There you go, you can see now. So short nails and this glue. Alright guys, so we just got everything glued and nailed in place. Now what we're about to do is flip this entire piece over and then nail it through on the back side to secure everything. Alright, so we just got the perimeter all glued and nailed together. Now we just need to do the interior pieces and we'll pretty much be done with this whole entire frame. So right now what TJ is doing is just using the speed square to mark his nail paths. no what else to call it. But yeah, he's just doing this. As you can see, these are where the interior pieces are so that he knows where to nail. Alright, so this is it guys. Everything's pretty much done. Now it's just a matter of making it look pretty. I'm just gonna throw that felt on there that you saw me get earlier, and then that'll be it for this piece. Alright guys, so I have a bit of a dilemma. The way I initially envisioned me upholstering this thing with this felt material is not gonna work. There's too many wrinkles for what I would actually want. I want it to look a lot cleaner than that. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is kind of just like cut out each individual piece to save from like having to actually know how to upholster something, and just kind of like put it in there piece by piece and kind of like butt it together as close as I can. So there will be seams. If I get the seams close enough with this material, you won't really be able to tell that there is a seam there. So now you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. Just laid the felt in there. Pretty much the adhesive is almost making this act like some vinyl wrap or something like that. I can kind of like pick it up and stick it back down and really kind of like push it into place, push it into the corners. And this is pretty much how it's gonna be. I'm just gonna take a razor blade and just cut a line right here and then cut off this excess and work my way down. So I am done. I could do more. I could go and like cover these divider pieces that I'm about to show you guys, but I'm not. Partly because I'm lazy, and secondly because it's not gonna really function for anything other than making it look pretty. So I have the felt pieces down here now. As you guys can see, I just lined all the drawers with felt and it looks pretty good. I'm not even gonna lie. It took me a while. It took me a lot longer than expected, and no, this is not what I intended on it looking like at the end, but I think this will definitely serve the purpose that it needs to serve. Alright guys, so I'm back at the house now. This is the shelf fully installed. As you can see, it fits like a glove. This is what was under there originally, and now I have this in place, and there is absolutely no wiggle room. Like I'm trying to shake this, it's literally in there perfectly. It's like the perfect dimensions, and I literally don't know how that happened. Shout out to TJ for killing those measurements and everything like that. The template, I guess, worked out pretty well. So maybe you guys can definitely use that to your advantage. Definitely get cardboard and kind of, you know, just do a dry fit template of your exact shelf size, and then take that when you're going to actually build this thing. But yeah, I'm really happy with how everything turned out. It looks really clean. It's got kind of like a rustic feel because I left the wood dividers exposed. I may go back and like finish this with like some linseed oil or something like that just to kind of like seal it up. But otherwise, I mean, this is literally perfect. As you can see, I got a mess of stuff right here in the floor, but this is gonna literally house my camera so perfectly. As you can see, I'm throwing the film cameras up there. Love my film cameras. And these, I mean, these are sitting in there beautifully. The felt is helping out so much just with keeping everything. And if I wanted to do a tight squeeze, I could fit like 3 cameras right here in this slot. which is pretty crazy. Sigma 35 lens. You know, just throw my lens up there. Boom. I'll be filling this whole thing up. So yeah, I'm gonna clean it up. If you guys like this video, definitely drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know how I could have done it better, what you might do. And if you guys decide to do this project, please, please, please tag me or send it to me or something, because I really would love to see what you guys create. This I'm excited to use. This is gonna help me a whole lot in my workflow. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I'm definitely gonna try to bring more DIYs to this channel. This channel is pretty much like film photography based anyway. I post a lot of my films that I create, but I also love building things. So I'm definitely going to be bringing more DIYs to this channel as it starts to warm up. This week we got really lucky and had like a day. I think today was like 60 degrees for the high or something like that. So it was a perfect day to build something. And as it warms up, you guys definitely will be getting more DIY videos. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and see you guys in the next one.